What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Caesar, and finally we have Adam22 interviewing 6ix9ine after 8 years. I think it was the last interview that he did with 6ix9ine back when before he was kind of popping. Um, and it's kind of interesting because I would always see kind of almost similar to the Vlad situation where Vlad didn't want to interview 6ix9ine because he didn't like him or whatever. I feel like Adam22, it was a bit more. He was just more against 6ix9ine, and every person that he would bring in his podcast, they were just like talk shit about 6ix9ine, bro. Like honestly, like that's the only thing I remember. Like, I mean, besides that first interview, like he would just talk mad. He would just talk mad crazy about 6ix9ine, just try to make him look bad and everything. Like literally every negative thing that was like brought up about 6ix9ine, Adam22 would talk about it with other people. Like, and like I remember seeing a comment about this interview happening saying that Adam22 is a definition of a culture vulture, and like literally I think that's true. Vlad TV, I could see it, so he's a little different. Um, because Adam22 was just straight hating on 6ix9ine. Like, but anyway, I think this is just one of the parts in the podcast or the interview. So yeah, let's just see the vibe, you know.
In the world, and we have traveled all the way to beautiful Miami to have the first conversation that I've had with 6ix9ine since 2017.
Yes,
How you feeling?
I feel good. I First of all, we're in Miami right now
As Steve will do his home.
at Steve will do its house. He's probably taking shit, but
Shout out Steve, man, for letting 6ix9ine do an interview or letting 6ix9ine do his business there, you know.
great guy. Thank you for coming to Miami.
No doubt.
Miami's like, you're from LA, right?
I'm from New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Where the fuck is that?
4 hours from Bushwick.
Oh, for real? Oh, wait.
like
is
right
it-
outside Boston.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I lived out there for like 7 years, and that's one of our weird coincidences is that the exact area of Brooklyn that I lived in for like 4 years is the exact area where you were working at the bodega. So I might have gone and like bought an iced tea from you at some point.
That's hilarious. I didn't make
iced
iced tea. I made
tea.
smoothies.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I feel good about this because even if we had our differences, you're the reason. Well, you're the reason, and I was telling this to my people before the interview. I said you're the reason, a pretty big reason of destiny
That you got signed.
that I got signed.
Right. Okay.
So
Hey, dude, 6ix9ine is being humble right now, bro. Like, despite all the smack that Adam22 and all the hate from him, he's still he's still thanking him basically and just like appreciating what he did for him. I guess like putting him out there, you know, getting him signed and whatever. So, hey, that's respect.
reason, and I was telling this to my people before the interview. I said you're the reason, a pretty big reason of destiny
That you got signed.
that I got signed.
Right. Okay.
So you know, early on this interview, I want to address that if you didn't like deny me and
We can get into all that. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
But I almost feel like you're giving me too much credit with that because it's like at
Yeah.
that point, you already had so much momentum that like, yeah, you got.
Bro, it's funny. Like, it's just like it feels like that. It's just like it feels like when you know two people don't like each other, but then like I guess somehow like they got reunited and now it's time to make peace, sort of. And then they're like, no, like you actually did this for me. Like you actually, you know, you're a good guy. You did this for me, and you know, despite everything we had, it's like no, like that's you giving me too much credit. Like it was nothing. Like it was all you. Like you know, it's just funny.
By 10K or whatever, but it's like you probably had like 10 other labels that were.
yeah, but no, so that's the thing. we could dive into it now. Me coming to LA was the sole purpose for the No Jumper interview because you were the hottest thing in interviewing all the underground rappers, which is XXX. Who else was hot at that time?
Like early on, you know, Lil Peep, X, Suicide Boys.
Suicide Boys. You were doing all those, and I just wanted like one shot at that.
I want to watch the Lil Peep interview sometime.
Platform because I knew my demographic. My demographic was underground, 6ix9ine, Pimpin', Shinigami, all that hentai, like like Rage.
Yeah,
it was Rage. So,
which to people might almost sound confusing because a lot of people got familiar with you at like Gummo. At which point it's like, oh, he's a street
mainstream,
rapper,
yeah,
gangster rapper, which is like they forget this whole era.
A lot of people that don't know 6ix9ine. Where's my camera? That one.
Either way.
A lot of people who don't know 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine was part of the Rage movement.
Yes.
Rage movement means like metal mixed with rap. So an example I could give is like XXX,
his early stuff.
XXX early stuff. Like, but something that people want to understand right away is like, up. So 6ix9ine made that music.
Yeah.
And we met in New York.
We got to tell the story of us meeting up because there's a vlog out there that like you're like not even really in the thumbnail, but the fans figured it out along the way, so it has like 3 million views or some shit. But like, all right, so this is the memory: is that there was a dude named Slosher who.
Yo, shout out to Slosher.
Oh yeah, when I found out about 6ix9ine was because of the Gummo song, but then after I saw like that song, of course I looked into him and like I saw his previous music, which I was like, wait, he makes this type of music, because it was like not rap, it was just like it was like you said, metal rap, but I did see all his early stuff too back then.
You know, he's and I want to give this next 20 to 30 seconds to appreciate Slosher.
Shout out to Slosher.
Slosher.
The viral picture of you holding hands with him in the airport.
Yeah.
So, for anyone who doesn't know who we're talking about.
But I want to give. All right.
Holding hands with him.
6ix9ine looks crazy, bro. Slosher.
Airport.
So
for anyone who doesn't know who we're talking about.
But I want to give. All right, so the 30 seconds start now because I really want people to appreciate this kid.
You got that image.
Yeah, the video that was my whore. Yeah, that was my bitch, like one of my bitches.
Right, and so then.
And I don't want to say her name because like she's like degraded in this video.
She probably got a husband now.
Yeah, she probably got a husband. This was 2017. We're in 2025. That was 8 years ago. She's probably married with kids.
Yeah.
And some guy definitely. Like, you know how in the 20s she's whoring out, and in the 30s she's like, don't be that guy. There's somebody that's that guy. Right?
I'm opposed to that though. I think you got to be that guy. You got to turn into a housewife.
Yeah. I'm all for that. So he literally, okay, so I came up with so that's what you've seen. I filmed that.
And so there's a picture of him, and I posted the picture on Twitter because it just looks so crazy of him with his fingers in the girl in the hot tub. And then he actually got that image printed on a tote bag.
Yeah, and then was walking around with the tote bags.
And then sent it to me.
Wait,
I
what?
just printed it on a.
That's crazy. A tote bag.
Tote bag.
Yeah, and then was walking around with the tote bags.
And then sent it to me. I thought this was just like the funniest thing in the world that I had a tote bag now with this.
Bro ended it with an ad, bro. What? That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty interesting so far. We'll see in how many clips this whole interview is, but that's it for now. Peace.